Hey guys, Bukolate here. Hey, do a video for you. There's a lot of stuff that's supposed to be happening here in the next couple days. Okay, I'm going to talk about one of them right here, and we'll talk about the others here in just a second. But this right here is a meteor outburst that we have a decent chance of actually getting. Okay, now they're calling this the monoceratid meteor shower or meteor outburst. Okay. Now, what does that mean? Well, they named those meteor showers or meteor events or whatever from the part of the sky that looks like it comes from. We see it in this part of the sky. Okay, so Monoceros is not a main constellation, but it is a constellation, and this is the part of the sky that we would be seeing this outburst in. Okay, so that's how those things get their names. If anybody was ever wondering how they name these meteor showers that we know that's going to happen, this is how, because they're coming from that part of the sky. All the other ones like the Turid, it comes from that constellation, all those other kinds of things, right? But this one here is special, okay, for a couple of reasons. First off, they're talking it will fall at a rate of 400 meteors per hour. That is intense. Okay. Now it's only supposed to last for like 40 minutes. Okay. What this is we're going to be passing through a debris field of a comet that, according to all these articles I've been reading, that we haven't actually seen. They can only see the results of it because it has like a 500-year orbit. So that's what we're talking about here. At least that's the way I understand this. Now, again, will everybody be able to see this? And they're saying that this debris trail is very dense, which is why, but it's also real thin. Okay, it's why it doesn't last very long. And, that debris trail crosses Earth's path every so often, right? But this is what's going on with this. And this could be, very cool to see. Now, most of the world, except for, where did they say? I think it was like Australia wasn't going to be able to see it. But yeah, it tells you right here. It's on the 22nd, very early. Actually, let's see here, 4:50 Universal Time on November 22nd is the same as 11:50 p.m. November 21st. Okay, if you're on the East Coast of the United States. So anyway, you can kind of gauge it by that. Now, it tells you, I would encourage you guys to go read this, and I'll leave a link. But it tells you a lot about what's going on here. Okay? Like I just said, there was the guy that discovered it. There was, here's this. This is something else I want to talk about real quick. Okay, what this has done is it's plotted other known outbursts from the same debris field. Okay, you see the one here was 1995. Okay, 1985. I went back and looked, and most of these were ending in like 1925, 35, 45, the 5, right? That was always there. That was pretty constant. This time we're in 2019, so that is kind of out of what the actual, I guess, pattern was there for a while. Now, this does happen a lot. Okay, quite a few. We just don't get it this intense, and that's why they're calling it an alpha outburst. Okay, and it's coming from Monoceros, that part of the sky. So I just thought this was something we should talk about, because if you guys can get a chance, it's going to be setting low on the horizon for most of us, especially over here in the United States. So, and right around midnight, I would say that's when most of this stuff will be viewable. At least that's what I understand. Okay. So if you guys go down through here and read this, I'm not going to bore you guys reading it to you. Again, it says it's only the likely last only 15 minutes. Okay, of the entire 40-minute shower. That's 400 meteors per hour. So the most intense part's only going to last for 15 minutes. That's what they're saying here. Now, we got to talk about some stuff here, okay? And what I'm talking about is that this paired with some other stuff that's been being reported is just a little, let's just say, coincidental. First off, they spotted like 2 more asteroids, very small, but they just spotted them like 2 days ago, and they're going to be considered near-Earth objects. Okay, they're going to come closer than what most do. And they're really small. They're not supposed to hit us or nothing, so I'm not saying that. But all this stuff is happening, right? Okay. Plus, we're supposed to be getting a geomagnetic storm that day from a coronal hole. Okay, it's supposed to get up into G1 levels for most of us. So let me show you something here real quick. Okay, this is the geomagnetic activity over at space weather. Okay, this is the NOAA site that reports on space weather. Now, as you can see, guys, you know, we've been talking about multiple coronal holes pretty much just staying right in front of the Earth, right? So this is kind of odd to begin with. When we see that, we should actually be seeing our geomagnetic activity go up. Okay, that's why we even talk about it. The fact that it's staying in the basement is very strange to me. I don't know what's going on here. I do know that when we look at the magnetosphere tools, that we are seeing hits. Okay, so maybe we're just defending this off good enough that it's not really increasing our activity here. I think that's probably why this is happening like this, because we can physically see the magnetosphere getting hit with energy. All the tools are showing it hit. Okay, I'm not going to show it to you here because I'm talking about other stuff this time, but I don't want this video to go crazy long. But if you guys go look at the tools I show you, just look at my model update at the end of this, okay? And I show you all the magnetosphere models. You will see all of them bouncing around, okay? Now, again, that doesn't necessarily mean our geomagnetic activity should ramp up. It typically does, but it's not this time. So, now, also, we're in the basement, okay? Not only we're not getting activity, it's low. We want to be right in there, you know, up to even up in here. And the reason being is because more cosmic rays get through when we're low like that for extended periods of time. Okay, we're not even at a 1. It's ridiculous. Okay, when this happens, we do see more cosmic ray bursts get through. Why do we worry about cosmic rays? I've talked about that before, but again, we have to talk about what it does to us. It's essentially a radiation risk because they turn into muons when they get here, okay, just to make a short little explanation. And those muons can affect us at a molecular level. Okay, they can go straight down into the fabrics of us. They're very short-lived, but they do. Okay, then the neutrinos, that's the other part of that gets split. It actually goes into the Earth and actually will go out the other side. But when it does that, it does give off some of its stuff, and you know that stuff gets accumulated. The energy gets increased inside our planet. Temperatures go up, earthquake risks go up, all that stuff. When that stuff, even the muons, when they hit the surface, are doing the same thing. Okay? Now, again, we don't want to be in the basement. Just remember that. If you get nothing else from what I just said, just remember we don't want to be in the basement and we don't want to be high. We want to be in the middle. Okay? When our sun's in a minimum, it's having problems fending off the cosmic rays for us. And that's why this is an issue. So anybody that flies a lot, please pay attention. They do issue warnings for this kind of stuff. So anybody that flies a lot probably already knows that. Just make sure you're looking at your warnings and taking them to heed, especially prenatal passengers. You know, God forbid that hurt somebody's baby. That would be horrible. But anyway, wanted to point that out. Again, that's on the 21st, right about the same time we're supposed to be getting this outburst of meteors. Okay? Something else real quick, guys. This is netc.com. I've been putting this in my model update so you guys could see it. This is showing the radiation levels. Okay? Just for here in the States. It does go outside the States, but I put it here because they don't have a whole lot outside the States. But why am I showing you this? Well, because of this. that box, that white box with an A, they've actually issued some sort of a watch or a warning that you need to take action on. Okay, now again, it's over in that same area of California. Okay, we've seen this before. This is the first time I watched this chart, and that's why Evolutionary Energy Arts did a live stream on this, and that's what pointed me to this. And I thank them for pointing me that way because it helped me get to another tool. It was really cool. But anyway, so yeah, check them out too. But as you got this right here, I mean, that is one of those things. It's like, what do you do? Whatever. Don't freak out, okay, guys. That box means that it's had elevated more than normal for an extended period of time. It doesn't necessarily mean they got a big burst of energy, of radiation. That's not what this is telling you. Okay, now you can go over here and you could buy a membership for this, which I would suggest anybody. It's not very expensive. If you really want to get warnings, they will send warnings to you. They will give you updates, all those kinds of things. You guys can go check out their subscription levels and stuff. But go over there and check them out. I mean, they do a really good job. When we see this white box, that is the highest level of warning that you can get. So I did want to show that to you real quick. Actually, let's just do this. Okay, this will show you exactly where it's at. Okay, so if you go over there to their webpage, they talk about it and everything else. So, I mean, it is one of those things that they do. This is what they do over there. And they'll explain to you what each level means also. Okay, guys, I've already shown you this article back in October. I told you guys I would give you an update on it and just remind you guys when this was happening. Okay. Now, this is why I said we got lots of things happening around the 21st, 22nd. Okay. This is that asteroid that they were talking about that they were kind of concerned about a little bit because it was out far enough that it could have actually changed direction. And it's going to be a near-Earth object, but it was like 650 meters, I think, big. Let's look. Yeah. Let's see here. They named it, obviously. They gave it a name right there. It says it's moving at a speed of 18,000 miles per hour. That's pretty quick for an asteroid. 650 meters in diameter. Okay, right there. 35 meters across can already pose a significant threat to a town or city. So you can imagine what a 650 meter diameter one would do if it made it actually into our atmosphere. They're not saying that this is going to hit us. I mean, it's not going to, okay, according to its trajectory and everything else. But this was something they were keeping their eye on. And I just wanted to bring it back to your guys' attention because this is still going to be a near-Earth object. It's just not going to hit us. Okay? So all these and plus those other asteroids that I just told you about, they discovered a few days ago, the smaller ones that are going to be near-Earth objects also. Now, I do think that, whatever is going on here, that all this stuff happening at once is kind of strange. Okay? Not to mention that we are expecting a geomagnetic storm also. Now, and I just told you about that meteor outburst that we're expecting, right? We've been seeing quite a bit of debris anyway. We went through the Taurid meteor shower, the linear meteor shower, I believe is what they called it. A couple ones like right back to back. Okay, now this one, we're seeing it on the tools, and let me show you that real quick. Okay, guys, this is over at Seeds. Okay, this is on the 16th, and we'll look at a couple different days here. But what you're seeing is the red view. Okay, now we can go over here and look at this too if we want, but that's not really what I want to show you. It does show some of it, but as you can see, you guys can see stuff flying through space here, right? You can see it blinking like little sparkles, and then you see streaks go across. Now, some of those are charged particles. Others is actually debris. Okay, little small meteorites or whatever that are not actually out there by the sun. Okay, most of these are going to be closer to the Earth, closer to the satellite that this is viewing from. Okay, So the depth here, we have a hard time with it because we don't really know the distance, and so we can't really gauge how big these objects that this thing thinks it's seeing are. We can't really tell you how big they are. Now, but what we're looking at here, again, what we're seeing is the increase in the amount of these things. You know, I can tell you this, but about 90% of the time, the stuff that we see shooting through here tends to be charged particles. Okay, that's just how this thing views it. It's how it interprets that data. Now, again, we do see stuff on these sometimes, though. Okay, especially this one. This is the one that we usually catch our object on. Okay, this is the one. This one in cactus, we get a really good view when we use the black and white versions of these things. So you know, these tend to be highly pixelated, but we're able to decipher. So we know that if we see an object on this thing that's very, very perfectly round, and it's just like undeniably that something's there, whatever that is, we feel pretty confident of saying that kind of thing, because on something that's highly pixelated, for something to show up real smooth and clear, that pretty much tells you that something was there. Okay, and again, there were some injections going on this day. Okay, but that's off of the sun. What we're looking at is actually closer to the satellite when we're talking about these sparkles and these streaks. Okay, we'll go on to the next day here, and you're going to see similar stuff. Okay, what I'm saying and what I'm showing you is that this isn't normal conditions. Typically, we don't see this many sparkles. Is it a big deal? No, it's not. Absolutely not. All this is showing us is the fact that we are into a cluttered up area of space. Basically, we're going through these debris trails. So, just to kind of sum up here, guys, let me do this real quick. So, just to give you guys kind of a summary, I'll take you back here and let you guys see this right here. This down here is the area of the sky we want to look at for this meteor outburst. Okay, it's going to be low on the horizon, mainly. Okay, obviously there were some concerns about the illumination from the moon. The moon's only going to be at 22%. Okay, so it's not going to be putting off a whole lot of light. Plus, it's not supposed to rise until like 2 a.m. Okay, so this thing should be pretty much over by the time the moon even is visible. All right, so just given that, this is a really good opportunity for those that like to go out and watch these kinds of things. Not to mention, like I said, the geomagnetic storm is supposed to be here at the same time, plus those asteroids passing by near Earth objects. Okay, again, guys, this is all happening at the same time. It's just kind of strange to me. And I ain't saying that this is like bad. I'm not saying that at all. Please don't take that from this. Okay, all I'm saying is that all these things are happening at once, so we do have to pay more attention. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys this. I hope you guys found that interesting. I hope you guys check this out. Oh, let me show you one more thing real quick. Okay, guys, this is YouTube. Okay, for those that aren't going to be able to actually get out and view this, you can still kind of watch it. Okay, there's YouTube channels that show live, real-time signatures of these meteors when they come through into our atmosphere. I'm going to be really interested to see if this thing goes nuts. Okay, because if you're getting 400 of them in an hour, at least for that short amount of time, this thing should really pick up some stuff going nuts. Okay, and as you can see, it's live right there. We'll click on that in a minute, but there is another one that I want you guys to see too. This one's live too. Now, I'm going to show you guys the difference, and forgive the sound here. Okay, that sound you just heard, that is what it would sound like just normal conditions. What you're seeing, those are little signatures it's picking up, probably little itty bitty meteors. Okay, this is a horizontal tool. Okay, so when it sees a bigger meteor or whatever, it's going to be way bigger. It's going to change different colors. It's going to last longer, and it makes different noise. Okay, So it's very clear to know when something is actually being picked up. Okay, I'm gonna hit play here and see if it does anything. You guys see that? Okay, it's right over here. That's what it does when it picks something up. Sorry about the noise there. I'm gonna see how far it lets us go back. See, there ain't nothing there. Okay, that looks like one. So yeah, guys, I mean, I just wanted to show you guys that so you guys can kind of watch it if you need to or if you want to. And then this one up here, a lot of people go to this one. This one's been around longer, okay? But it's going to be vertical. Okay, I don't want to blast your guys' ears with that. It is kind of annoying when you got it turned up loud. But what, like I said, guys, this is just something you guys can go view. It will show you when the meteors come into the atmosphere. So I'll be really interested to see what this thing does and shows us when we go through this debris field. But anyway, guys, God bless. Yeshua saves, and you can drink this Kool-Aid.
Johnny was a schoolboy when he heard his first Beatles song. Let me do a thing and waltz. From there it didn't take him long. Got himself a guitar, used to play every night. Now he's in a rock and roll outfit and everything's alright. Don't you know? Johnny told his mama, hey mama, I'm going away. I'm gonna hit the big time, gonna be a big star someday, yeah. Mama came to the door with a teardrop in her eye. Johnny said, don't cry, mama, smile and wave goodbye. Don't you know? Yeah, yeah. Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know that you are a shooting star? And all the world will love you just as long as you are. Johnny made a record, went straight up to #1. Suddenly everyone loved to hear him sing a song. Watching the world go by, surprised when it goes so fast. Johnny looked around him and said, well, I made the big time at last. Don't you know? Now don't you know? Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Don't you know? Oh, yeah. Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Yeah. And the whole world will love you just as long as you are a shooting star. Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Don't you know? Don't you know that you are a shooting star now? And all the world will love you just as long tablets by his hand. Johnny's life passed him by like a warm summer day. If you listen to the wind, you can still hear him play. Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Don't you know? Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Don't you know? Yeah. Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Don't you know? No, 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 no. No, 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 I guess this time you're really leaving. I heard your suitcase saying goodbye. Well, as my broken heart lies beating, you say true love, it's suicide. You say you've cried 1,000 rivers, and now you're swimming for the shore. You left me drowning in my tears, and you won't save me anymore. I'm praying to God you'll give me one more chance, girl. I'll be there for you. These my words I swear to you. When you breathe, I wanna be the air for you. I'll be there for you. I live and I die for you. I steal the sun from the sky for you. Words can't say what love can do. I'll be there for you. I know you know we've had some good times.